Morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Again, this video is not intended to undermine anyone or disrespect any diocese, bishop, priest, or clergy. It is just for the purpose of our education and to learn. Today we are going to teach about setting up the table for the Holy Eucharist. This doesn't matter whether it's a high church or a low church, so long as it is an altar table, there is always a pattern. Now, remember that a priest must always have his own set, even if the church has it. Communion boxes are not kept carelessly. They are not kept in the care of your sexton, your church wardens, and whatever. It is your responsibility as a clergyman to handle the holy vessels very careful and holy. And therefore, you remember, in those olden days, we had priests who always had a bigger box. This is a smaller one. This is for my sick call. So for the purpose of this class, we may not be having the big chalice and the proper chalice. This is my personal for sick call. Now listen, you unbox your cable or your box. Make sure you don't leave it in the care of unordained to mishandle. So we have the box right here. In the box I have another bag where the stuffs are kept. Okay, so this is what we need for the class today. So I put away the box. We need a veil. This is called a veil, and the box. Now we need a purificator. We need a chalice. This is serving as a ciboro. So let me keep it here. This is the C-called ciboro. And this is a pattern. Here, this serves as my corpora. This is going to serve as my corpora. Water, wine and water necessary, and the stool. So let's say that I'm already vested. Now ready for the Eucharist. Always remember that even no matter the season of the year that the altar is clothed with, it could be green, red, white, or purple, gold sometimes. No matter the level color is vested with, you need a white plain cloth over the table. A white linen cloth over the table. That's like the linen that Christ was bound with. So you need that on the table, spread white. And now you have your chalice. Before your chalice, you need another white cloth, little piece white cloth, just like this. This is, remember, I'm using this as my cobra. This is not now my cobra, but you need a little white cloth spread at the very area where you are going to place your table. Okay, let's take it this way. Let me use the corpora for it, okay? So that's fine. Remember, we have a white cloth spread over, and you keep the chalice. You need a host and a pattern. Where's my pattern? A host and a pattern. Now, you have the priestly wafer. I don't have it here, so what I have here is the usual host. So, you get your purificator over the chalice. Place your pattern. Remember, with a host, priestly host on it. Let's put this away. This is just for consecration, but I'm going to speak about them. Now, you get the box. Oh, there's a little one I don't have here. So, in order to put this, you need that little white piece over here. You put the little white piece over this one. Okay? What do I do now? What do I do? Let me use this to illustrate, even though I don't have it right here. So, you remember the little white piece, you keep it this way on this. And here, you unfold your linen, your what do you call it? The cover, okay? This way. Remember, this way. And it comes over. It's a smaller cup, that's why it's not going to fit very well. It comes this way. And the box over it. The box faces this way, and it comes this way. Now, if you look well, you see at the back. Okay? If you look well, you see at the back. Now, during consecration, what do you do? How do you unbox it? The box comes down, and the veil goes over that way. Usually at the left side of the table, and the box comes this way at the left side of the table. So that is for this. But there is another one called the corpora. So you put this away, and if you have an altar server in the high church, or if in the low church, they give you the corpora, corpora. And the corpora is usually folded like this. Like this. Remember that this side has to be this way. So they give you the corpora. You place the corpora with your two hands. You place it on the table. Remember, to unfold the corpora, you start this way and that way. It goes this way and comes this way. There's usually a cross embroidered on the corpora. So you now take the chalice and the pattern over the corpora. The reason for the corpora is during the consecration, let's say that the host falls off, a piece of the host falls on the corpora while doing the consecration, or the wine, a little wine splits, it's going to split on the corpora. And during consecration, remember that if after consecration, if you are giving out the host and one falls out, you don't sweep it off. You pick it and eat yourself as a priest. Now, when you have this done, let's say the communion is over and they have returned the cup to you as the chief priest or the leader of the team. You place the chalice this way. After cleaning, let me teach you how to clean the chalice. Now, you get the chalice. Remember, this is our purificator. It's not just to clean the cups over when giving the communion. Now, there might be some particles of the host left on the pattern when they return it. You go this way, putting everything in the wine, leftover wine. Now, you have to shake it and take with your two hands. Your two hands, not one. I see people lift it. You don't lift the holy cup with one hand. This is remember the blood of Christ. So you lift with two hands. So after this, you need a water, a little water. This water is not consecrated now. You pour the water in, and the purificator, the last time, you shake the chalice and absolve all. That is what we call absolution, ablution. So you take the rest of the water. Then clean the chalice with your purificator. Clean the chalice with your purificator. After cleaning the chalice with your purificator, the purificator now goes right into the chalice. Pattern comes over it. Remember, it's a small cup, so it's not going to hold it. Pattern comes over it. Now you keep it on the side. Now remember, you had some particles that fell off on the copra. You start folding the copra this way, that way. From the right, it comes this way and goes over this way to the left. And you hand over whoever that is celebrating with you the copra first, the ciborum. Remember, you will consume every leftover for the low church. But the high church, the leftovers are kept over the altar. There is a little box over the altar where up there where you usually have the cross. So if you get to a Roman Catholic church or high church, you will see that there is always a candle light by the altar on. That is the leftover consecrated wafers that are kept there. But for the wine, you must consume all the wine. And so once you put away the copra, you get the chalice back. And let's put this away because it's going to, remember, it's in there. You keep the chalice back and it goes this way. It goes this way. You fold it again. This goes first and this comes this way. Remember, so the cross remains here. And you put the little white stuff I told you over here, and here comes the veil and the box. The wine and water is very, very necessary in the Eucharist. So you have wine, you have water. In a blood, you have water and blood in a blood. And the Bible said that when Christ was pierced, both water and blood gushed out from his side. So they are symbolic. Always put a little water in your wine before consecration. Thank you. I hope to see you again with more teachings on our liturgy. Thank you and God bless you.